Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I have a little bake with me video here. I'm going to be showing you two different recipes that I prepped this last weekend. I have a keto cornbread and a banana cinnamon muffin. They both turned out fantastic, so let's get into the video. So we're going to start off with the keto cornbread. So in my bowl here, I have 6 ounces of almond flour. To that, I'm adding in 2 ounces of this Swerve confectioner's sugar. It's like a replacement sugar, of course. And then I am adding in 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, so those are the dry ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and start on my wet ingredients. So I have 4 eggs here. To that, I'm adding in 5 tablespoons of melted butter, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then I'm just going to give that a good whisk with my mixer here. I mixed it for about 30 seconds, and then I just slowly added in the almond flour mixture. And I am using my little brownie pan from, I think this is a Pampered Chef brownie pan. Anyway, I do have that greased with a little bit of butter, and I'm just putting in, I'm using a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and I'm just putting in the cornbread mixture into each of these. So it does make 9 little squares, and this pan is perfect for them because I was able just to cook these up, and then, you know, instead of having to cut up the bread, I was just able to throw these into a Ziploc bag. So it worked out really, really good using this pan. And I know you can pick up these brownie pans on Amazon. I'll see if I can find one similar to it and link it down below in the description box. So now these are going to go into a 350-degree oven, and you want to bake this for about 25 minutes. And here is what they look like when they come out. I really liked this recipe. I would say it was a little bit sweet for me because of the confectioner sugar. I'm sure you put a 1/3 cup in, and I'm wondering if I cut it down to a 1/4 cup next time. It may not be quite as sweet. I'm just not used to sweet cornbread because I never used to make sweet cornbread. So, but anyway, it is a good recipe. They lasted all week. I had these for lunch a couple times and also for dinners, and they were really good. I will have the recipe listed down below, as well as the macros and all that on the cornbread. So next up are the banana cinnamon muffins. So in my bowl here, I have 1.5 cups of almond flour. To that, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. I didn't have any plain cinnamon, so I'm just using pumpkin pie spice. I'm going to go ahead and give that a good stir and set aside the dry ingredients. And then next up, we're going to work on the rest of the ingredients. So in another bowl here, I'm adding in 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of this monk fruit sweetener, 1 tablespoon of heavy cream, 1.5 teaspoons of banana extract. You can use any kind of extract you want. And then the original recipe called for some liquid stevia, which I did not have that. So I just put a little bit of this pure organic stevia that I use in my coffee. And then you also need 2 tablespoons of softened butter. And then you want to go ahead and mix that up until everything is all nice and creamed together. And then after that's all mixed up, then we're going to go ahead and add in the dry mixture and just kind of add it in slowly at a time and mix and stir and mix and stir and add until everything is all incorporated. This is a really thick batter, which a lot of muffin batters are really thick, but this one just seemed particularly thick, and I had a little bit of trouble with my almond flour. I've never cooked with almond flour before, and man, it just really sticks to the bowl, I noticed. So now I'm adding in the muffin mixture into a greased muffin pan, and it made 12 muffins. So this is going to go into a 350-degree oven, and for about 12 to 15 minutes. Mine took probably right at 15-16 minutes. It seemed to take a little bit longer, but here is what they look like when they come out. And then I'm going to do a little topping. So I'm gonna let those cool for about 5-6 minutes until you can get them out of the pan. And in my little bowl here, I have some of the monk fruit sweetener, and along with some of the more of the pumpkin pie spice, and then I have some melted butter. So I'm just going to take my little brush here, melt the tops of the muffins with the melted butter, and just sprinkle on some of the cinnamon sugar on top. So it just adds just a little bit more sweetness to it. But you guys, these turned out fantastic. They were so good, and I will have the recipe link down below, as well as all the macros and all that information. So thank you guys so much for joining me on my first keto baking video. I hope you guys will subscribe if you have not already done so, and please give me a like and a comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye guys.